It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Throwing Jones. He's gotten Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 5 catches, 55 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in April, the rookie from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 7. Now Jones. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Again, he finds more. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Packers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
On third down, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. From the gun on third down, Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college. and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Barkley on the counter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. And they have the 3 takeaways, but still losing despite the effort that we see on the screen.
And thank goodness for that effort, because without it, they're probably really getting routed at this point. Keeping them in the game as best they can, they've got to increase their proficiency in taking the ball away, because right now they're not getting enough help from the rest of the squad.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. This one caught by Crowder. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that. But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go play action now. Lawrence taking a shot for Samuel. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there, a big one.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Lawrence to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Bud Dupree was a first-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers and really blossoming his last few years there, teaming with T.J. Watt to create quite the duo. Dupree had 8 sacks in 2020 before hurting his knee in Week 12, 11.5 in 2019, and signed with Tennessee for 5 years and better than $82 million.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Jones now throwing on 1st down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Off play action, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To play in this first half, 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence, and this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A handoff, it's Eckler. Got some room at the 30. And some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. They call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football because sometimes what you get is a defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And this is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1 second, all that remains.
Airing one out for Crowder.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Paris Campbell with 3 touchdown receptions. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The newest Texan, Phillip Lindsay, a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Eckler.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run here with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here is Eckler. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Now Lawrence.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down and goal. Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Lawrence to throw.
That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears now ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Go, 18 Gator.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Lawrence will throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now it's Crowder. Oh, what a move. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Jones throw here into the hands of Moore. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing Jones. Leaping, and he makes the grab. First target, first catch, and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jones on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got Njoku over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Jones on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Isaiah Simmons
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. This kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Onto the field now come the Bears.
They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given them a lead here in the fourth quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's Eckler again.
70 yards on the ground for him so far.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Damon Arnett picking it off.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Drake. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He juked him.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. To throw again on second down. Lawrence gets this one to Juszczyk.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Eckler. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Shakes off the sack. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Jones.
He finds his man, complete. That's Woods. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So the Packers down by 5, 56 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Woods. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Pass caught by Crowder. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Chicago, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with